For example 10, we're going to create a box plot. The first step to creating a box plot is to identify our 5-point summary. So we need to start by ordering our numbers in ascending order. Once your data is arranged in ascending order, step 2 would be to calculate the 5-point summary. So we want to find the 2 extremes and the 3 quartiles. We're going to start by looking at the quartiles. And this was a mistake that was made on 9.1 that I saw a lot of. When we had an even set of data, in this example we have 16 students. 16 divided by 2 gives us 8. So we're going to count up to the 8th number. So there's an even split when you have an even amount of data. So the first thing we're going to do is find the average between 8 and 8, and that is 8. So 8 is our median here. What people have been doing was they were getting rid of these 2 8s. And now there's 7 and 7 on this side. That is not correct. We keep the 8s there. This split puts our data into 2 sections of 8 and 8. So our median was 8. On both sides of this split, there's 8 digits on each side. We have 8 pieces of data. 8 divided by 2, that gives us 4. So our 4th number would put us right here between the 5 and 7. So for our first quartile, 5 plus 7 gives us 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Quartile 1 is 6. And then on our upper set of data, our 4th number and 5th number, it would be between 11 and 11. The average of that is 11. So quartile 3 is 11. Quartile 2 was 8, and quartile 1 was 6. And then our 2 extremes, to find our 2 extremes, we just look at the first and last numbers. Our lower extreme was 3, and our upper extreme was 15. Once we identify our 5-point summary, we then create a number line that extends from the lower extreme to the upper extreme. And then we're going to place a dot for each value from the 5-point summary. So we put one above 3, 6, 8, 11, and 15 for our 5-point summary. Once we have our 5-point summary plotted on the number line, we then draw a box around the quartile section. So our lower quartile was 6, so I'm going to draw a line going through the 6. I'm going to extend all the way to the 11. So that is our box that is created, and then a line goes through the median of 8 there. So that would be step 4. Our final step is to draw a whisker from our least value to our first quartile. So we're going to draw from 3 to 6. And then we draw a whisker from our greatest value to our upper quartile. So that would go from 11 to 15. For the assignment that goes with this lesson, if you look at it here, for 1 through 4, you are going to be identifying the 3 quartiles, the lower extreme, the upper extreme, and you will also calculate the interquartile range. So for 1 through 4, you will have 6 sections to fill out: the 3 quartiles, the 2 extremes, and the IQR. When you get to number 5, there's not going to be a number 5 on the answer sheet because that is to construct a box plot. You're not going to be able to show that on there on the Google Forms. So you don't have to show that. That is more practice for you, and when I release the solutions, you could check your work with that. For number 6, you're going to use the data set to identify the 5-point summary along with the range and interquartile range, and then you will construct a box plot. Again, for number 6, there's not going to be a section for you to put the box plot, so the box plot is more of your practice. But for 6, you should have the 5-point summary, the range, and the interquartile range. You will see that on the Google form.